I'm very pleased to attend this morning panel with distinguished guests, and as well because you may not know, but retail in Russia is the second largest retail platform for SocGen Group outside France. So it's a very important market. It's a very vibrant market with a lot of innovations, and we really want to continue growing and be a bank of reference in this market. So I was asked to talk about competition in the digital space, which is a very broad topic. And I chose to really give you some very concrete insights on what we look at within Rosbank and our two subsidiaries, Rusfinance and Delta Credit, in terms of levers for competing efficiently in the digital space. The first point we really focus on is visibility. There is one specificity of the Russian market compared to what we see in other areas where we operate, which is the extremely high level of churn. So it's a market that's growing fast on the financial asset side, but the number of clients that change banks every year at around 20%, 25% per annum is very specific to this market. If you think about it, you have 70 to 80 million active consumers in Russia, 3 banking relationships per consumer, so this is over 200 million banking relationships, of which 25% change each year. So you have 50 to 60 million clients that change banking providers every year. This is something completely unique that you don't have in other markets. I mean, the churn in France is 4%, very low. Central and Eastern Europe, it's around 10-15%, and here it's 25%. It means that if you want to compete and gain customers, visibility, brand awareness, and how you're perceived by clients is even more important than in other markets. We focus on this at Rosbank, obviously. We try to continue building the brand. We have a mix of investment between TV marketing, digital marketing, and below-the-line marketing. Globally, our mix is 50% TV, 40% digital, 10% below the lines or local. And we're constantly evolving to adjust this. But it's really a great area of focus, and we will invest more and more. We see that competition is investing a lot in TV marketing in particular. The second point is that we observe, like in other markets, a correlation between the ranking, the positioning, and the loyalty of customers. So there is an advantage of being big. And clearly, the largest players here have a competitive advantage. And I'm very proud to show some of our rankings. You see, it's very simple. We are top 5 everywhere. So if you look at credit, savings, deposits, we are ranked as a group, as a banking group in Russia, amongst the top 5 in the competition, and we want to maintain this positioning, obviously. The third point that is key in terms of brand building and visibility, of course, is reliability. Not only you have to be perceived by consumers as reliable, but you have to ensure stability in the way you deliver service, with a great focus on our side on security of operations. One of the aspects of this is actually that we believe that digital only is not possible. We always want to keep a touch point, physical touch point with our customers to manage issues or to deliver complex advisory. So, but visibility is really the first thing we focus on in terms of element of competition. Then I want to really highlight 3 things around UX, so user experience. Of course, this is the way to differentiate. Products, features, pricing can be copied easily. UX is more complicated to implement. And once you get it right, once you open the channel, you see extremely fast adoption by customers of the new channels. And in turn, you have a very fast impact on your business model. I would like to share 3 examples. The first one here on the slide is the online cash loan sale to our current payroll customers. So this is about cross-sell. We have a very nice offer service here where the customer can get his cash with a time to cash of 10 to 12 minutes, whereas whether he's at home, he's shopping, he's abroad. So it's really the idea of accessing cash anywhere through the mobile banking. It's an end-to-end digital process, branchless, paperless. And you see the speed at which our customers have actually adopted this offer. So in 1 year, we project to have around 50% of all the cross-sell on the cash loan to payroll customers now digital. 50%. It was 0% a year ago. So this is enormous in terms of shift, and of course it has very big consequences on our model. And we have to understand and steer properly the shift of the channels, the workload behind, and so on and so forth. But the very good news is that customers are really using this service now very actively. One of the key driving factor behind in terms of implementing this service was reducing the approval time on the credit scoring side. And just to give you a sense, now we have 45 seconds approval time on average on all our requests from customers in that product. The second example I would like to share is around mortgages. This is related to Delta Credit. You know that Delta Credit is part of Rosbank Group, and it's actually being merged this week on June 1st, and it will be called Rosbank Dom, so we have a new branding that will come. Delta Credit historically was a pioneer in the Russian market, in 2016 offering already online approval for mortgages. And we really have a UX also here which is recognized by clients for simplicity, conveniency, as well as a good mix of online and call center services. And just to give you a sense, we have a net promoter score, so NPS above 60%, you know, for our mortgage clients. This is quite unique. It's probably the segment of client that has the highest NPS. And what Delta Credit has done is then to basically build a complete housing solution, I would say, offer service from apartment, finding the apartment, and this is done through integration with the Cian marketplace to actually getting the loan granted, accessing online collateral valuation services, getting the insurance online, getting, if they want, some cash loan or credit card to refurbish part of their apartment, getting discounts offers that are pushed as well online. So it's something very cool that customers enjoy a lot. And here again, you see that when we started to open the digital channels to customers, whether it's B2B or B2C customers in 2016, we went in less than 3 years from 0% customer to above 70% of our customers that actually originate the loans, their loans through our digital channels. So it's huge in terms of adoption as well, and it will continue probably migrate towards 80 to 90%. So this is not a full end-to-end digital because the closing is still physical, as you know, in Russia, and actually customers are really looking to still talk to somebody throughout the mortgage process. The other example I would like to share on the UX is the one linked to our new website launch. You may know that we launched a month ago a new Rosbank website, and actually right now we manage in parallel 2 websites, the old one and the new one, so we have traffic on both. We give the choice to the client to choose which website he prefers, and it helps us as well monitor their behavior. And the striking feature about this new website is, first, it's about design, minimalism and simplicity, I would say, of design. So a lot of air, a lot of space, less content. Second, it's the speed of access to information, the speed of accessing the data, very, very fast. And third, it's the fact that it's not just a website, it's a sales engine. So we combine the website with a new sales process that enables the client to get cash loan again with real-time approval. And we immediately see the uplift in terms of efficiency with a 3 times improvement in conversion rate from the lead to the actual cash loan application. So again, here it's another example where when you open a new channel, you work on the UX, you see immediately the upside. So I'm not talking about specifically payments in these examples, but I want to stress that on the payment side, it's the same thing. We have seen very fast adoption of new payment approaches and client engagement being driven up. For SBP, we believe it's the same thing. We have, after we are of course part of the initiative as one of the first ones. We see after a couple of months very good feedback from our customers with still low amount, but growing fast amount of customers using this service. So we believe this is also something of value to customers, and we'll continue to push it, and in particular through providing free access to this service, at least in a pilot mode. So this was about UX, enabling to propose good service, and then behind, with as a consequence, fast client adoption. The other thing that we what I realized is that the titles of the slide, in fact, are below the chrono. It's interesting. So this slide is called Listen, Learn, Adapt, under 3 minutes 40. And the idea that we want to push is that, so not only we need to be visible, not only we need to work on the UX and open up new channels on the digital side, and we see very fast client adoption, but the whole process is about co-creation with clients. It's about continuous development. And we have a very good example of this in our Można Wsio card that you may have heard of. This is a 100% digital card loyalty program that we launched a couple of months ago. It's a very cool product for customers. Everything is managed through the mobile, and the customer could basically choose every month the type of reward he prefers. Is it cashback or is it travel miles? And he can parameterize as well every month the type of spend on which he will get cashback. We integrated some gamification elements in the program so that the customer can see how much he has acquired in terms of rewards and how much he needs to spend more to get the maximum reward. And we're constantly working on simplification. So each release, we have monthly releases after integrating continuous customer feedback. And we see after a couple of months 60% uplift from the actual card activation to the transaction. So this is the combination of impact from take rate, higher activation rate, and higher spend on the card side. So we really have very good hopes for this product as one of our core anchor product, both for cross-sell and client acquisition. So this was it, you know. We are very simple people. We want to use levers that are effective, right? So we focus on marketing. We want to build brand visibility in Russia. We focus on UX. And we see that when UX is good, we have a very fast impact on our operational model. So our challenge is actually to adjust and steer this transformation. And we continuously listen, learn, and adapt our offer service to hopefully become a bank of reference in this market. Thank you.